What's the problem? Says he wants to see Falcone. Falcone? Ain't no Falcone here. That's what I tried to tell him.
One more time.
We got fish? Yeah, we got fish, all right? This ain't no secret nightclub. It's a fish store. Fish market. Oh, yeah, a fish market.
Well, technically it is a fish market.
I could pick out a nice flounder.
Yeah. Fire in the hole! Never like good old boxing glove.
Hey! Who's that? Where'd they come from? Should we call Mr. Falcone? Uh-oh. How do we do it? Simple. Blend in.
Oh my God. Really, Jim?
This is how Batman begins. To dance.
Oh my God. I did not think we were going to get a dancing mini game in this.
Where's the giant bat? Where's the dance? Watch and learn.
And Gordon's got no rhythm.
Dance a little too well for a cop. Suspicious. His costume's not as good as his pals, but he moves real good. Now there's a cop who knows how to be on the beat.
Time for the big finish, Gordon.
Really? I've had the time of my life, and I never looked up.
Is this really necessary?
Hold on. Wait here.
Quick cover. Reversal. Oh my God, the retro ball's got on a roll up. Ontario just couldn't get out of that cover.
Oh!
Super kick!
Let go!
Third!
Let go!
Super kick party! Yeah, pay the money for that.
No. They seem to be really feeling the
There we go! Let's go! Let's go! No doubt! Over the foul pole! Let's go! I'm getting notes here and notes there and notes. Stimulation is the key word here. Lots of stimulation. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mike Drift Twitch stream on a Saturday night here as we are getting ready for AEW Collision. Sorry I didn't get the extra ads out of the way early here, so gonna have to deal with the first set of them, but it's been a crazy few days, folks, from all the game announcements. Yo, 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 and away we go. Nats, how you doing tonight? Bray, how you doing? Last time I checked, it was Saturday. Yes, it is, Bray. Good to see you here. How you doing? It has been a crazy couple days. Audio's been a little bit, you know what that means. Great to see everybody here today, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting day, to say the least. If you didn't hear TK's little announcements before we got going, they announced a couple matches right at the last moment here. We're going to be getting Orange Cassidy versus Clark Connors as one of our feature matches, as well as we are getting an AEW Trios Championship match tonight. The Conglomeration is defending the titles against LFI. Rush, Jolistico, and Sammy Guevara. Unfortunately, Beast Mortos is not available to make it tonight due to visa issues still with I'm assuming with the U.S. government, but I digress. Brett, how you doing here? Last Emperor, good to see you here tonight. Good to see everybody here. We are also getting Hazuki versus Persephone. Winner gets Mercedes in the next round of the Owen Hart tournament. And then as well for the women's tag team titles. And if you're watching on YouTube, it is on the chapter there. We are getting Divine Dominion taking on TayJay, which I would hope it'd be the main event. I don't think it will be. And yeah, Derlistico is Rush's brother IRL. Just makes that faction a lot easier to work together, right? When you mess with the bull, you get the horn. And you also get the ass, because they got my brother. I could just imagine that would be a comedy gimmick for them, but no, it looks like we're getting a pretty jam-packed episode here tonight. And then tonight on Backbreaker Pro, we are getting 2 title matches. Mellow Beast will be defending the Wildcard Championship. Bang, bang. Nats wins again. There you go. Mellow Beast will be defending the Wildcard Championship against PJC. As well, the BPW Tag Team Championships will be defended by the Retro Balls against the team now known as Sweet and Savory. Anna Reyes and Madeline, I believe her name is. You know she's new when you literally don't remember the names right away. Won't be here next week and taking a weekend trip to DC. Hey, appreciate you. I appreciate you regardless. And just heading up on, yeah, it's going to be an interesting drive. Hey, Nats, quick question. You think Seth should get a wildcard championship match? We had this same conversation on Wednesday, so I thought maybe I'd ask. You think Seth should get one? Oh, shit, they're starting with the tag titles right off the bat. Let's go. Never refuse a chance at greatness. Well, there you go. So Seth Ross is added into the title match tonight. PJC, we did the exact same way. You know what? What the hell? I'll throw myself in there. I don't know yet, Bray. They will tell us during the broadcast tonight. They haven't officially said one way or the other whether it's going to be back-to-back next week or if it's going to be Saturday and Wednesday and Saturday. Booker's right. Damn right. So I guess we can announce it early. It's going to be a gauntlet elimination match because we can't do gauntlet matches. That'll take a freaking half hour. Mike the Ref versus Seth Ross versus PJC versus the champion Mellow Beast. And that will open the show tonight. So, but speaking of opening the shows, Zodiac, glad you're here off the start tonight because Divine Dominion is here and we are ready to go. You'll stick around. I hope the audio is going to work better. I found that I had double audio last week. Oh. Yeah, got to get the thirst out of the way here. Yep, there we go. Lana Cross, yeah. I find it interesting that both of them are wearing the titles like that now. Didn't have time to make a drink, so I will do that for you, sir. I'm hoping all the audio is coming out properly because, like I said, my mixing board, I'm actually in touch with Elgato. They've been helping me out tremendously over the last week here. So Still haven't got it nailed yet, but might have actually fixed 3 other problems while we're at it. So we'll have to see how things go here. If it keeps going the way that it is, break over the posture check. UFC in DC next Sunday. Traffic will be awful. I am so glad I don't give 2 craps about UFC. Thank you for the posture check, by the way. Made sure to put the pad right where it's supposed to be. Like Sean O'Malley. I like Sean Strickland. But unfortunately, he's not allowed to be there, but that's a different story altogether. Traffic's always awful. And the man who would know more than anybody else about traffic being awful. How you doing, nice man? Hope you're doing well tonight. If you are new here and you're wanting to check things out, right now it is available on TNT in the States and the USA and Canada channel in Canada. I do believe it's available on Crave as well, so that's what Andre was telling me. Oh my God, Bane just splashed on Cross. You're going to have to get a few of those. Hey, you know what? At least you're not in South Dakota like you were last time I talked to you, sir. Oh, they're not going to hit each other this time. The Among Us TV show? You know what? They showed some previews of it during the Summer Games Fest yesterday. Until I actually see it get off the ground and actually see an episode, I'm not over the moon about it yet. I actually really enjoyed it, Nats, to be honest. Dakota seemed to be nice this time of year. When you're trying to move to other spots, 100 miles from Canada and can't get there, fair. Only thing he cared about was God of War. That's fair. I understand. Myself personally, I was too Indian to nothing else appealing. I'm going to have to go back and go through the list of everything, but for me, the Marvel Tokon reveal of Carnage, as well as the Tomb Raider game getting a little bit more definition to it. Really looking forward to that. Of course, the God of War, just absolutely amazing. I will say personally for me, the nothing at State of Play looked that's fair. Compared to that final 3 at Summer Games Fest, my God, that last 3. I know you're not a big Final Fantasy VII Remake fan, Zodiac, but I'm just over the moon. I will tell you that is one of the games in the backlog that's going to be coming up on the stream soon. But Bray, Swerve versus Ospreay, that's with Ospreay winning. That's pretty much the Vegas favorite right now, and I completely understand why you would say that too. Resident Evil was cool. Virtua Fighter, I got a chance to watch the direct after. And shout out to Maximilian Dude, by the way. The producer of Final Fantasy VII had a couple hours between his flight leaving and the Summer Games Fest. So he just randomly shows up at Max's house. Hey, can we chat for an hour? Never played a Final Fantasy game. Neither have I. But let's put it this way. I have Intergrade purchased. I got it on sale for like $25. So, and I know it's on Game Pass now, but either way. And when they actually said that Was it David Blaine is actually doing the story mode for VF? To me, that says a lot for me. Or is it David Hayter? The guy does a lot of Warcraft stuff, and I've just seen a lot go, like, Street Fighter. I know a lot of people are being very polarized about it. I love it. New characters are always good for me. Then, of course, Tifa at the end. That's just going to bring in a lot of casuals. Or non-casuals, better yet. And Stellar Blade 2, that I pop for that. And the college football, yeah, like, we got so many damn announcements, and we got more next week. We got absolutely more next week. Considered the VF could be akin to Streetwise? Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. With everything, you got to be a little bit wary. But seeing the story mode, it's got me convinced enough to look at it almost day one. EA did a great, yeah. EA has to. Like, they really got upset. They upset a lot of people this year. Just like MLB The Show's going to have to pick it up for 27. Here comes Ty Mello. Oh, Jesus, that spinning back fist. I hate to take away from a great match because we're talking about video games, but Jesus. There's just like I showed in the intro on my stream, stimulation. Because that's what we're getting here with a lot of this stuff. Like, this has got to be the biggest challenge that Bane and Cross have had since they started. Hammerlock DDT on the money there. Thought College 26 was fun. Madden sucked. Yeah. Well, I think that's the overall consensus that a lot of people had. So they were trying to do their finisher, and yeah. Bay just said, nope, we ain't playing that game tonight. They got to work on getting oh, there we go. Have an E-Fed on triple. Have the E-Fed AAA on tonight along with hockey. I really wanted to comment to Danhausen about his who he's deciding to curse. For the record, Danhausen has cursed the Carolina Hurricanes. I believe I was going to mention certain support of certain people and certain things that they did. But do I really want to put up with that bullshit? That's really where I'm at. As a Caps fan. These ladies are getting 20 minutes for this match. Bra freaking oh. They all deserve it. Well, hell, the whole roster deserves it, frankly. Cross is a star. Bane, we've already known as a star. Anna and Ty, like, they haven't been around for a while, but Cross will surpass Bane? Absolutely. The biggest difference between Cross and Bane right now is the fact that Cross has the mic skills. Megan, she can get by, but she's not. I find that Bane's more of the ring general in any match that she's in. Find it hilarious. So they give it AEW a chance, saying how satisfaction they get at AEW. You know what? I'm not that petty. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't care. They're watching. Damn. You can tell that Cross and Bane have been in a fight. Fuck corporation support talent. I'm with you. There's certain talents that I appreciate being around, especially seeing Divine Dominion around here. Hell of a match to start. Okay, they gave him 15 minutes, not 20. My apologies. So close. Yeah, that Hazuki Persephone match. It'll be interesting to say the least what this crowd does. I think it helped a lot having Hazuki here last week. Went to find things to watch and felt banana ball. What'd you think? So yeah, we got Will Ospreay already set up. We're probably gonna get Swerve next week. By the way, Swerve's got new merch on his website if anybody's interested. It's not even Pro Wrestling Tees. It's on his website, so. Divine Dominion needed a real match, and so did those belts. Absolutely. That's what this was. Like, these titles need to be defended against some credible teams. And I hope the fact we get some more put together here as we go. Love Banana Ball makes Pro Ball fun again. Yeah. To me, Banana Ball to baseball is what Smash Brothers is to fighting games. A lot of people don't call it the real thing. And in many ways, it's not. But it's also something that you can get a lot of entertainment out of with just taking your mind on a neutral and just, or putting your mind in neutral and just enjoy what you're seeing. As we go into full commercial break here. I would have loved to see AEW get some more interaction on during Games Week here, but they did actually get something. It was made official during the reveal of Virtua Fighter. Will Ospreay's Stormbreaker is now available both in Tekken and in Virtua Fighter. So it was funny because Ospreay was putting in a comment on. He put a statement out on X. He's like, has anybody else gotten two signature moves put into two different video games? Or the same move into two different video games? Brody King's like, yeah, German. Think Banana Ball's more skilled, the player's more talented? Very well could be. And I think it's more the fact that it's the same way that I feel about the CFL compared to the NFL. Where people just are not going to get the CFL respect because of the goofy rules they have. And which is why a lot of those goofy rules are disappearing starting next year, which I personally think they make sense, a lot of them. I do understand it takes a little bit of the visual recognition of what makes the CFL different, but in the grand scheme of things, it isn't going to change a whole lot. The fact you don't have players running into the goalposts, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. So they are shrinking the field slightly, but it's going to fit more buildings, so I'll take a bonus out of that too. But no, when it comes to AEW here, just watching everything go by, like I was talking to Walker about it, but I love the fail point. The pity point out of a missed field goal. I've never been a fan of a point for a missed field goal. A point for a punt, I will take, because a team has to choose to give that up. If you just kick it out, you don't get nothing. But if you can, if as long as you set it up so the player has to take a knee and accept the point, or accept giving up the point. Hey, we're back to the Archer family. The Callis family. Sorry, the Archer family. The guys in the back just get their catchphrase out. That's hilarious. Ooh, okay. So this match got announced maybe an hour and a half ago. That's the one. But the pity point for missing the field goal is great, especially when the team loses a great cup to it. I will give you that. So has Taylor got a singles match here, or is this the trios that they were talking about? Because I thought the trio was supposed to be Claudio. Sorry, Charlie came up on my screen, so I was all right. Let's stop for a second and take a look at this. It was supposed to be Charlie. Or sorry, it was supposed to be Moxley, Claudio, and Pac. Oh God, Allen Angels. Number 5. Number 5 not going to be alive here in about a minute. But yeah, tonight we're getting Moriarty and the Infantry versus... So basically, Allen Angel's no longer an Impact, I'm guessing. Because he left here, went to a big part of the Dark Order. Now it went back to TNA. And then just, left there randomly, and now he's back here. Give me one sec, Chad. I got to fix one little thing here. Much better. Sorry, I fixed the chat widget for... All right, well, Angels is done. I fixed the chat widget for the YouTube stream, so a little cleaner and... Jesus! Package powerbomb. It might end up being Shane Taylor and Moxley where that title changes hands. I would not feel bad about that whatsoever. Oh, yep. Taylor's on a mic. We're getting the Death Riders out here momentarily. Yes, they have. Uh-huh. Jonathan Moxley. I want to see Moxley and Shane Taylor so bad. Oh, they're starting from outside. Marina not out tonight. Garcia being the belt holder. Yeah, I guess Marina's off tonight. I guess everybody's allowed a night off once in a while, right? Don't usually watch AEW Collision. I'm watching Collision today because of Hazu. Yeah, that's going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be the right around the top of the hour or just after. By the way, good to see you here tonight. We had a very fun match off the start with Divine Dominion against TayJay. I love how Carly and Charlotte and Moriarty's like, yeah, I don't know if I should be a part of this fight right now, to be honest with you. I don't know why that Death Rider's mask isn't available for sale. Oh yeah, I forgot. The NFL ones are like $80. No, in terms of trios teams, this I'm pretty sure this is the A team for the Death Riders. Moxley, Claudio, Pac. That would be the A team in terms of trios. But yeah, if you haven't heard the news as well tonight, MJF came up injured, had to pull out of a Beyond Wrestling booking. I believe it was for yesterday, due to a knee injury that he suffered in the match against Roosh on Wednesday. Not expected to miss any AEW time. Frankly, because he could probably fill everything through promos for the next while here. Especially now that we had that match against Roosh on Wednesday. That means he doesn't have to defend the title for a month, realistically. I love that. Are they going for another rematch with Nigel? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that's the case here, but Moxley just not doing the smart thing, being a trios guy. Taunting the other two guys and missing where the first guy is. I really do like Carly's look. Just looks like a very solid wrestler. And Moxley's like, could you stop trying to hit me and hit me? Then just throw a little thumb to the eye just for the hell of it. And Moxley just biting just for the hell of it, just to add a little extra to it. Yeah, I was going to say the first wrestler, not the only wrestler. So I was going to say Omega had a bunch of titles at the same time, but none of them were the same promotion. I don't think Pac's really used to being a face in these matches. And Claudio just literally, nope, you can come up here and I don't care what you want to do. I am going to play Don't Suplex you. I wonder what a Pure Rules tag match would look like, because you wouldn't be able to run in. Oh, there goes Carly's necklace. Stephon Smith has it now, so make sure you get it back, because you know you never want to give it away for anything. Just gonna fix something here, chat. You ever hate it when you notice something halfway through? So we go into picture in picture here. No, all in all, like Collision, it's been running about as smoothly as you expect for a typical Saturday night. The card, I would assume the Trios title is going to be the main event with LFI and the conglomeration at this point. Because you're not going to put Juice and Clark Connors as the main, because that's setting up towards a. Well, we already had the tag match, so it looks like we're going to be setting this something bigger. Trios title, pretty big match. Not that I expect the conglomeration to lose to that pair off. Persephone and Azuki is a big match, but I feel that might be more of a top of the hour type match for AEW at this point. especially the fact that they put the title match for the women's to start off the show, which I am happy about because either be first or last. Don't be in the middle if you try to pick spots. And Divine Dominion and TayJay did an absolutely excellent job trying to keep things going. I just didn't think Pac would be the guy getting beaten up on throughout this match more than anybody else. Do have to say once again, thank you to everybody for being here. I do appreciate you. But yeah, just putting everything together here as we're going along. This is a bit of a. It's weird that Forbidden Door hasn't had a lot of matches booked. Like we're technically going to get our first official match booked on Wednesday, following Swerve and Brody. The winner of that faces Ospreay at Forbidden Door for the Owen spot at All In, which once again I am back with Bray with the fact that I do think it's going to be that is a interesting assist right there. Sorry once again about the disconnect, folks. Like I said, I literally don't know what's going on. Yeah, you're an idiot. Okay, interesting. I thought for sure they're going to get clocked. Moxley's more pissed off at the fact that Pac couldn't get himself out of that spot more than anything else. But Pac's got to work on getting over that corner. I'm assuming the hot tag's going to Mox. Considering what the crowd's saying right now, it makes the most sense. But literally right now with the Death Riders, like they got Shane Taylor Promotions, they got the Don Callis family, they got a fair bit of feuds going on here. Oh, so cool. Folks, if you haven't heard, Retro Hangover's got their Io Saturnalia available on Patreon. Latest episode dropped an hour ago. I am so looking forward to listening to that tomorrow. Good old Mox. He's like, screw this. I ain't putting up with this shizing out here. But the thing is, Pac could have made a tag right there. It wouldn't even have mattered. Jesus. Well, I guess Claudio's getting the hot tag. There it is. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's Patreon only, but still. Get people signed up for the Patreon while we're at it. Then they start looking for it. They're like, what? No, what? Where you get it? Well, here, just throw some money at it. You'll hear lots of it. Always tell them that it's available. Don't tell them exactly where. And then when they really are looking for it and they want to find it, that's when you get to reel them in. Anticipation means a lot. It's a story I've heard from many a case here. Oh, I thought he was really good. Never raised your prices. Exactly. It's like, it's part of that, but not that, right? And Moxley misses the dropkick altogether. Damn. All right. Pac's got to love being faced for the fact that he could do the Black Arrow again. Ah, good old Trish. Garcia and Yuta working as a well-oiled unit. We haven't seen Marina yet. There she is. A little late, but that extra pop for her showing up. Oh, Jesus. Well, looks like we got another fight on our hands. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is funnier than hell. And Carly throw the fist out. Oh, God, Pac. Turn him inside, flip it out. Into the brutalizer, we're done. It's bad news, tattoos, and boo-boos now. And Taylor's pulling him out of the ring. He's like, gosh dang it, boys. I'm going to have to do this going to do this myself? I got a feeling that the Death Riders are going to be in some kind of blood and guts. I don't know if they're going to move it up to September or bring it back to November. There's your news. We do not change our schedule. The taping schedule's changed. They tape on Thursday. They show on Saturdays. So oh, fuck. Pac and Briscoe, folks. Let's go. It's our first one of the night. That seriously looks like Briscoe got his nose punched in. That photo they're using right now. So yeah, the our schedule won't be changing next week, but the taping schedule will. So it's going to be one of those we already know the results kind of deals. So I don't expect a whole lot to happen on Collision next week. I like this quick Dynamite wrap. I wish they would do something like this for Collision. like a smash cut 2-minute thing just to show what happened on Collision the earlier week. Give everybody a reason to check it out, right? My God, this ending this match. Like, this theoretically is WrestleMania 40. With all the run-ins and the craziness and the multiple storylines involved. Arcady's like, do I go to the ring? Do I not go to the ring? What's going on here? Oh, Ciampa's got a match tonight. All right. An hour in the ring match, I'm assuming. I guarantee you this match was literally just fed into Shivani's ear hole because nobody expected this match. But these matches are going a little early, and I think they want to do Persephone and Hazuki at the top of the hour. I really do. So give Ciampa 2 minutes and a mic, and you pretty much could set up for everything, right? But here for Persephone, yeah, fair enough. No, it will be a fun match. It definitely will be. And Persephone has world champion written all over her. So I honestly feel that we're going to get in a situation here where she's going to get the world title eventually. I just don't think you do it this early. I could see Persephone winning just for the fact we get Persephone and Mercedes in, a week after the Blockbuster? Because I assume they're going to run the women's matches right up to Forbidden Door. Because next week they got Sari and Sky Blue. So that would be the 10th. The 17th they'll run one semi, and the 24th they'll run the other one. Because realistically, you don't really need much promo going into it. It would help, don't get me wrong, but you don't really need much help for promoing when it comes to really any of those matchups. We've already gone through a lot of the story going through. The only person that hasn't really spoken about a story going into the Owen is Mercedes. We know the redemption arc. We know what happened. But for newer viewers, they're not going to know what the hell, they probably know who she is, but they don't know why she's here. To paraphrase Mr. Scott Hall in his first ever promo in WCW. But yeah, I just watching as we go here, here we go. Who's about to die at the hands of Ciampa, folks? That face in that background there. People seriously have to be salivating over the fact that Tommaso Ciampa, Chris Jericho is a match that we're going to see here in 2026. Probably would have liked to see it more in around 2013, 2014, but Oh my God, it's beef. They brought up some Ring of Honor beef. Beef is going to be about flambéed here in about. Yeah, no, beef is going to get tenderized here very quickly. Beef actually got a move in. No, Tommaso just said, nope, I'm grabbing your hair, and we ain't doing nothing like that. Just a heads up, folks, we got an ad break in just over a minute here. Well, there's one knee. You're done. Good night. Oh, here we go, Lion Tamer. No. That's the Lion Tamer. That's not the walls. If you want to know the difference, he only gets turned halfway over and puts his knee. Technically, it's supposed to be on the back of the neck. But with Beef being as big as he is, I don't really think you'd be able to do that properly. Well, without folding him up like a pretzel, but. Well, Ciampa's putting Beef in the cooler. Now you could say he's better than being a jackass. He's better at stinking. Ooh, where'd the snake come from? Nigel saying it to the back? Wheeler. A hockey stick. You know, sometimes the best thing to do is just play dead. Okay. Well, it looks like we got our main event for next week. I would assume that's going to be like a 10-man crazy tag for next Thursday / Saturday, whichever way you want to call it here. Oh, we're going Connors and Juice. Tekla and Tony. I just don't know why they do that in the back, just because they can. It's not getting extra heat. Like, this crowd's not popping to it anymore. It's a lot of diminishing returns with a lot of this stuff. And the fact that it's done in the complete dark, that's the other part of it, right? Oh, here we go. Juice with his music coming out. Yeah, the Guns know they got to back up now. I love this for AEW, the fact that they literally get rid of everybody before the match. It saves a lot of those old stereotypes, old shticks. Like, it's amazing that STP has like 5 managers registered, but and Connors just said, no, we are starting this now, not later. Oh, God, here we go. Like, you get the fact that there isn't a lot of feel in this match. They know this feud's like the only thing that's really going to pop this feud is the return of Jay White, and who knows if that's going to show up. Like, all the credit to Juice for trying to fire this crowd up, and just after getting through that 10-man smash. The good old-fashioned atomic drop. I guess the atomic drops from the back. The Manhattan drops from the front. Connor's like, nope, we're going to just step out of that, thank you. And, of course, Juice is going to piss all over him. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up here in the summer here. We got the summer blockbuster. We got Forbidden Door. We got the night at the ballpark with the Twins. We got Grand Slam Mexico. We got a brand new Redemption pay-per-view in Montreal. So is he randomly just going to fire...
What the hell is that?
Just going to straight up put that in there right there. You can tell it's officially the top of the hour because they got all the graphics put on and oh, look out here. Juice trying to see if he's got some blood going on here, but like I said, this match just it's getting you warmed up for what's about to come here. Like Hazuki and Persephone, which will be a fun match. I really don't know which way it's going to go, but I'm assuming they're going to go Persephone. I'd rather see Hazuki just to mix things up a little bit here. So we go into picture-in-picture once again here. And AEW's actually got picture-in-picture this week. I'm very impressed. Probably won't get it next week because it is a tape show. Please, Bell, prove me wrong. But yeah, so far, like, overall, like, we are almost half the year in for AEW, and it feels like AEW's really taken a step up. That they've moved into a position where I don't want to say they have a huge market share, but they have a pretty decent one, to say the least. And with a lot of people coming over to check things out, like, once again, I'm with Nats here with just, I'm here for the wrestlers, not for the wrestling promotions. But at the same time, AEW is just showing off their wrestlers that much more better than what WWE is right now. And a lot of WWE fans are coming over to AEW to get the wrestling fix. There are some WWE fans that are actually starting to bail a little bit. Like, you could even see, like, a lot of content creators who do sidecast for WWE. They're actually dropping SmackDown for Dynamite in many cases. Can't say I really blame them. It's even timing-wise, it's better. Would you rather have your Friday nights off compared to your Wednesdays? I've seen a lot of popular streamers just, whether it's directly, we're not covering SmackDown anymore, or just casually mentioning every Friday that they're not going to be around. It's been a bit of a dynamic. I know that even with like content creators are just a very small proportion of wrestling fans, but at the same time, I almost feel like it's the rule of 10 when it comes to retail. When you have one person complain, there's usually 10 more people that are agreeing with it. So the fact that we're getting more and more people starting to get a little bit more out of the solo umbrella and moving into a little bit more multicultural wrestling, I believe is the best way to put it. And of course, that goes both ways. Like for everybody checking out the Gable versus Kaiser match in AAA last week. Yes, I understand it's Americano versus Americano, but let's call a spade here. That match there, probably considered one of the best in a very long time. There we go. Crowd's starting to pick it up again. Right into the hip. See, that was the pounce. That wasn't the spear, so it didn't have the same effect. Can you tell Connor's used a little bit too much tanning in his lower body there? A little bit too much tanning oil. I will never forget the night that Robbie E accidentally used too much body tanning oil pre-match here in Edmonton. And he just dumped it down his back, and he was wearing white tights. You can pretty much figure out the rest, folks. For those that, the man known as Mr. Stone in NXT now, the general manager. Yep, looked exactly like that. You tried sit there and call a match with a guy with tights that looked like he was having a little crapola in the ring. The only thing that saved us is the fact that the guy that was working with me had a real shitty gimmick. Is he going to hit this DDT juice or what? Too close to the ropes. Oh, never mind. I thought that was going to cost him right there. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend as everything goes. I know, so I think you said you were working extra this week, so for me, this is my typical, oh, here we go. Why would you do a kill switch? Oh, and by the way, Zodiac, I wanted to let you know that I did go in this afternoon, and I did up your stats for 2K. You and MCG both got upgraded, as well as your opponents did get downgraded a little bit, so you're a little more even. I still want to get a night where we actually have somebody defend a title. We got 2 shots at it tonight, so we'll see. Clark almost didn't want to go out. Return the Premier Championship experience. Where are they supposed to be, you mean? I'm just saying you were ranked in 80. I do believe you were in 84 post edition. Oh god, here we go. Yeah, but the distraction's enough to give Connors a chance to get the... Is he going to make him look stupid? So we're going to get the flip-flop and fly into a... Should be 94 minimum, but I understand the need to... We need to keep some parity here. We need to be... There's the shillelagh and the spear. You knew that was coming. Just straight old club right in the back. Yeah, you might not want to deal with a 4-on-1 beatdown here. All right, Persephone at Azuki. They're not doing it next? Is that going to be the main event? Oh, shit, it is. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that as a W. I didn't think they'd be doing it. So they haven't done any of the Survival of the Fittest qualifying matches yet? Well, you guys better get on it. You only got 24 days left. Uh-huh, Sheeta. No, the dogs are outnumbered. They need support. Wait, didn't they already have the match? Or are we just doing a full segment of everybody involved? Finley was a Bullet Club leader. He's never former leader in AEW. We haven't seen... I said the one person we need to see is Juice. Or it's Jay White, sorry. And also the dogs... Oh. Harley and Mina on your screen. You got to take a little bit of a double take here for a second. All right, we got Aminata. All right, we're starting to get... This is going to be a hell of a roster line. Just showing the depth of the women's division here. But yeah, the dogs are taking on the Bucks. The dogs are taking on... Well... Let's have Zeta be in here as an upset. We also got Driller Maloney that could possibly be up. We could have... the thing is, Forbidden Door, you can bring in a lot of those people in New Japan that are still, like, essentially the last members of Bullet Club. that are still signed to New Japan. We could get a lot of chaos out of that. That could be a lot of fun as we go forward here. Just like having this TBS Survival of the Fittest match, the fact we're going to get essentially 6 unique matches to set up who's going to be going for the title. And then you get the match on the first, which is going to determine the eventual champion to replace Willow. Sucks that Willow's gone, but, you know, the fact that everybody has to step up now, not just one person, it's going to mean a lot. And they didn't even show Julia Hart as part of the promo segment because I know she's already talked about being in there going for that title. Feeling Zeta Steele's about 3 years away from being the main event if she wants to be. She's only been doing it for what, maybe 2-3 years? So that's completely reasonable. Unless you're 2 years in, you're built like a Megan Bain, you're not going to get pushed into that main card that quickly. Like I'll tell you right now, Bozilla would probably be thrown into the main event scene if she showed up here. Which apparently she's close. She's not... Like, she's not fit for in-ring action, but... Rena and Sidecast appearing in MLW on June 11th to 13th. Nice! Think it's possible they could show up in AEW for Tekla, Julia Hart, and Sky? Well, if you watched on Wednesday, we did have that segment... or no, it was last Saturday when Tekla... Or no, it was Wednesday. Where Tekla put up the challenge for anybody in Stardom to show up. For... If they want a chance at the title, they can come at it and, you know, she's going to... Tekla's going to kill Stardom, but... It wouldn't surprise me to get some of these people in here, and I'm glad you're here, so we can get a few names and a few ideas about where we could go. It's Kamatani. Sorry, my apologies. I went through that a little bit too quick here. Eyes are never always where they should be here, so. But I am glad that they're getting the main event tonight. Hazuki and Persephone getting the main event, and it gives more of a gravitas feeling to the Owen tournament and the women's tournament in particular, where in many cases a lot of us wouldn't believe that it would be in that spot right now. Oh, they're doing it Wednesday. They could be doing it Wednesday, the title match, then it breaks down to chaos, and then they have a thing on Thursday, right? So this isn't the Ultimate Trios title match that they wanted, but unfortunately the Beast Martos hasn't married Mercedes fast enough yet, so he is still stuck in Mexico with visa issues. That is the ultimate dad mustache right there on Sammy. I appreciate the extra cheese on that mustache. Like I don't see like I don't see a title change here. I really wonder where we're gonna go with this. I'm thinking that Don Callis' family comes out and attacks after, but you notice Roderick believes in wearing the title, while Kyle and Orange are living the gimmick. Living the gimmick. Gimmick. Oh, yeah. Sometimes English goes so well for me here. Oh, I think this is going to be a hell of a match. This will be a lot of fun. The last two matches on tonight's card will be a lot of fun. So Guevara's going back tomorrow? Everybody's got matching shirts. Sammy hasn't made through puberty yet, so let's not even kid ourselves here. All right, here we go. Freshly squeezed. Freshly squeezed. Attaboy, Orange. Orange just floors me how good he is. Literally with his hands in his pockets still. Nice little sucker job there. The Roderick just doesn't care. He's going to beat up everybody no matter what. Notice they're not bringing up Bobby Fish at all here. That fish seems a little bit rotten here at this point. Oh. Orange Cassidy, very well sports entertaining everybody here. Attaboy, Sammy. Attaboy. You know, you have all the interesting antics, just a good old thumb to the eye will fix all of it. Oh, here we go. Well, they can't do it multiple times because the Death Riders have that patented, right? Now if I figured it out. They were going to do a tag team kick, and Orange said nope, so we'll just stomp the piss out of you. Nope, he didn't. Guevara's still legal. Another set of fingers in the eyes. Guevara really setting into his typical bad guy stuff. Well, Roddy's in. Nobody saw the tag except for the referee. So this crowd's just like, what? High angle slam. I guess Orange is actually being used for something useful. And Roosh just said, nope. Not no bullshit for me. Attaboy, Guevara. As we go into picture-in-picture here. This will be interesting to see where they go. Like I said, I don't expect LFI to win it, but they are having a pretty good go at it here in terms of positioning and them controlling the match for the most part, which traditionally is the way that it should be here, but the first hot tag of the match gets completely missed. Well, at least by the crowd, because there was no pop going with it. So what did y'all think about the news of Mick Foley stating that he wants to get one more match and that TK is willing to do it if he can get cleared? My personal feeling is he's going to do 2 more matches, Foley. The first match of the 2, and I think we talked about this on Wednesday. I think if there's a casino gauntlet at All In, he shows up there. If he gets in shape, yeah, like he's definitely got to get back into ring shape a little bit more. Because that's the thing about AEW. You do need to have that certain level. Like Sting proved it, that he get in the gym and get to work. But of course, Sting always had the advantage always being in shape, right? I'd just like to see the face-off moment with Mark Briscoe and Mick Foley. Whether it be a mentor or whether it be face-to-face. Hey, DLW, how you doing tonight? Things are going good so far. Had a hell of a trios match with the Death Riders beating Shane Taylor promotion, and now we found out on Wednesday it's going to be Mox and Shane Taylor himself from Cincinnati. And there's a possibility that title might change hands. Could you imagine the shock to the system if, and yes, I did say that with the Undisputed Era in the ring here. If Moxley dropped the title to Shane Taylor. But Star Collision on delay finally caught up. Oh, cool. That's good to hear. So you got a bit of a breakdown here. The Divine Dominion gained the victory. Tommaso using the Lion Tamer, not the walls of Ciampa. Let's get that straight for anybody that's was watching quick and didn't understand that. That's what Ciampa was doing outside the ring and what he got the fall with. Looks like we're getting the dogs and the guns to elongate their feud a little bit longer here. Good to see Beef get a chance in that spot. And Alan Angels as well. After Alan left AEW for TNA. Former Dark Order member. Alan Five Angels, as they call him. Hey, Jaron. Good to see you here tonight. How you doing? I bet you were a little bit excited about everything that's gone on this week so far. Between Tokon, Virtua Fighter, and Street Fighter. By the way, Jaron, if you do get an opportunity, I know you're a huge KI guy. There is a demo out for an indie game right now. I am planning to do a review on it here, hopefully next week, if I can get my audio stuff figured out. It's called Proto Fighter. It's an RPG based on... it's a fighting game / RPG. Think Cult of the Lamb, but in a fighting game sense. Still think it's crazy all of Undisputed Era went to AEW and none went to the WWE main roster. True. Respectfully, when Vince wanted to put Adam Cole as a manager, I'm pretty sure that's when all four of them decided, no, that ain't for me. That won't work for me, brother. Ha! O'Reilly hit the double rope. But do yourself a favor, go on Steam and check out that Proto Fighter, Jaron. I think you'd really enjoy it. Oh, look out. What a tilt-a-whirl right there, Orange. Julius to go miss his spot. Then he didn't miss his spot. So yeah, for those that are popping in late, Beast Mortos is still having visa issues. Should just tell Mercedes that he needs to get married right away, so that would fix that in a hurry, I would do believe, so. Roosh just decided to throw that punch out. Everybody was cheering him just 4 days ago. Vince books Adam Cole to defeat Daniel. No, you're talking about TK, the first one. Books Adam Cole to defeat Daniel Bryan on SmackDown. Also, Vince, Adam Cole, you should be a manager. Fair enough. That Adam Cole Daniel Bryan thing, that was Bryan's call. And Vince couldn't make it to the show. It was actually Triple H booking the show. So that's how Adam Cole got that victory on that one SmackDown. Right before Survivor Series, the 3-on-3-on-3. Now I know what you mean. Sorry, I know. It is Vince there. You're right. You're completely right in your statement. These guys are holding nothing back. Orange, why would you force them in if you just wanted to force them back out again? Dragging over a GTH. Oh, and Jalisco just died. Oh, Jalisco missed the lunchbox cover there. Wouldn't let him. He went limp instead of helping set up that hook. Roderick and Kyle trying to get some movement back into Orange. Bruce like, you did not pin me. You pinned my brother. Prepare to die. So yeah, they did announce Pac and Briscoe. They also Shane Taylor and John Moxley. After suffering the win. All right, that's cool. These guys are getting it just to be complete jackasses. That's what they're supposed to be, and they're doing it. But yeah, let's we're heading into our main event here, so let's give you a rundown of what's coming up on the channel for the next week here. Right after we're done here tonight, we have Backbreaker Pro Madness. It's going to feature myself, Nats fan, aka Seth Ross, PJC, and the champion Mellow Beast in a wildcard gauntlet elimination match for the wildcard championship. We're also going to have Diamond taking on Fallen Valkyrie, and hopefully these two get in the ring this time. And then our main event is going to be Sweet and Savory taking on the Retro Balls for the Premier Championship Experience, as the champions would like to call it. So that's going to be coming up on Madness here immediately following AEW Collision over on our Twitch channel. I'm going to go TBA for the next few days because I do need to see if I can get this audio thing permanently fixed. Next Wednesday, we will be here for Summer Blockbuster Part 1 from Cincinnati, as well as we're going to get last week's episode of Evolution a run here and see if we can get her going here. We are going to have Game Time Will Jackson taking on Will Strauss. Or Strauss Willek. They had to take two. He's insisting on being in Backbreaker Pro, so I got to give him one match. And Game Time Will Jackson's here to kill everybody that comes in. So maybe we'll do everybody a favor and have that happen. But we also have a tag team match. The Pop Spot Monsters taking on Hoju and Fanboy Brian in a preview of next week's BPW World Championship Fatal 4-Way match. And in our main event, we are going to have Ophelia Payne taking on Morgan Cross. And then following that, on the Thursday, we will be having Lego Batman. It took us about 4 hours to get through Chapter 1. So I'd like to get through a couple chapters on Thursday. Hell, I'd like to get in during the week and maybe try to get a little bit more here, as well as a little MLB The Show, plus some more fighting game. We got a fuck ton of stuff going on here, so do yourself a favor. Just make sure you're following the channel if you're on Twitch. Make sure you're liking the channel. You're liking this video and subscribing to the channel over on the YouTubes. We're soon to be coming up with vertical streaming for Twitch as well, so we're just within a shade of that happening. So whether you subscribed or you're or just lurking, enjoying life, always appreciate you being here. Don Callis version number 16.2.
But you know what? I got a challenge for you. How about this Wednesday night, Dynamite? You face a real Latino man, and Andrade El Idolo, a man that you have never beat, and you never will. Like, no. What? Don't say that. Yeah, get out of here. What are they doing? Leave. This is crazy. Here's us easy hung out here for way too long. Yeah, except, what are we doing here? Oh, I need to go lay down, Lexi. There you have it.
Well, that's easy enough to book that match. All right, here we go. Hazuki Persephone. This should be a very fun matchup here. And you notice Mercedes stole the title on Wednesday. Technically, she hasn't lost it yet, so she is allowed to carry it. So I'm trying to figure out how we're supposed to go with this. Because Persephone said last week in her post-match, in that post-match comment or promo, you know, you all love me this week, but you're going to hate me next week because I'm going to take out Azuki and move on. Take off all your favorites. So is Persephone trying to play the heel? I just think we're playing for a good match here. Haven't seen the flowers like that before. Champion versus champion match here. That's true. Japanese women's wrestling movement. Let me know here. The Spark title isn't the main title there. No, I wouldn't think, right? I think it's sort of like the mid-card championship for them. Like Persephone's title is the title in CMLL. Anybody want to grab Mercedes or Persephone's title out of there, please? Or are we just going to leave that there for the night? Very interesting ring camera setup here. I'm so looking forward to All In here, an afternoon show finally from AEW. Oh, Sparks. Okay, that makes sense. I apologize for my lack of intelligence here when it comes to my Joshi wrestling knowledge. There's so much wrestling and so much games going on. Just saw. Okay, that's fair. Unfortunately, me being here, I keep my, because I am a moderator as well as I don't usually I have people in chat doing it all the time, so I appreciate you doing that for me, DLW. I wonder if these two have worked together before. Because they do look like they're working rather solid together so far early on. Persephone just silky smooth in there, along with Hazuki. Oh, this is going to start getting nasty in a second here. Oh, here we go. Go for a crossface. Nope, not going to get it. Watch Mercedes next week go around if Persephone wins. Yeah, I want my title back. So can we put the title on the line too? No. No, just stay away. A basement shotgun drop kick right on the button right there. So are they going to show the extra matches that they've already booked tonight? Because it seems like they've already booked 2 of them. There we go. Moxley versus Taylor on Wednesday. Are we going to get the Dogs and the Bucks next week? I'm assuming that'll be on Wednesday. Never mind. My God, Wednesday is stacked. Jesus. Yeah, next Wednesday, must watch. Simply put, must watch TV next Wednesday night. Tony's trying to get his commercial ads in, but at the same time, the action's starting to get good. I don't blame him for cutting some of that out, so. No, I'm just very happy that pretty much everything I'm involved in right now is just turning into diamonds right now. And I'm not just talking about MLB The Show cards. As, yeah, those are turning into garbage, a lot of them, so. But, gaming's going well. Wrestling's going well. Wrestling in general is getting a lot better. Like, I know, personally, I haven't been able to watch much WWE this week because I work Mondays and Fridays, and, well, they're starting at 12 o'clock my time due to the fact they are in Europe right now, so they're taking advantage of an afternoon start. That's why I'm trying to do my best to get on stream for those. As we're getting different ads coming up here as we're moving on. Speaking of ads, we'll be having an ad up in about 2 minutes here, folks. At least they're going to avoid the finish. And for those asking if times are a little different for the ads, yeah, I turned them down as much as I can right now. So I had them turned up a little bit higher to see if I can set the timing up properly for them, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. So we just turned them back down to where they should be here. So, but of course you guys on YouTube don't even have that issue right now, but yeah, the way that this draw is setting up here for the Owen Hart for the women, it really could go for the 6 people that are left right now. Any of the 6 could realistically be a great story to take on Tekla for that championship. You got Athena, who is the longest reigning ROH women's champion ever. Hell, the longest reigning ROH champion just within. Well, she is the longest reigning ROH champion. She is, I think, within 100 days of being the longest reigning main promotion champion ever. Because Roman is technically 13-13 still because he's having the secondary championship. So we're taking our final break, which means we're not going over time. Let's go! And then you got Sky Blue, who could be the, having the toxic spider get bitten by one of her own. You got Sari, who essentially was supposed to be here for All In Texas since then, but an injury during that match cost her all this time. Mercedes, of course, that's the obvious story of the bunch, the redemption stories to go through. And Persephone just being the person that should be dominating the world right now and feels like she should be. And Hazuki just being a solid wrestler from Stardom that's looking to establish herself in North America, and no better way to do that than to take the AEW Women's Championship. Watch this be a stinky finish, and both ladies get eliminated. Mercedes goes straight to the final. Could you imagine? Beautiful springboard shotgun. And Azuki's like, no, what? What do you mean? We talked in the back. That's how it's supposed to end. Because nobody knows what else to chant. Oh, God. I thought she was going to go for a kick. I'm like, that wouldn't work too well. And Persephone's like, no, we'll forget about that senton. Technically, Persephone has her. Both ladies have arms on each other, right? That should be a double pin right now. Jackhammer. She doesn't do it like Mike the Ref does, but you know what? We'll let it be. Go for that high cross. Oh no. into a code red. Trap leg German. Son of a bitch, that was a nice move. Sorry, Nigel, I beat you to it. That trap leg German, I know it looks like it possibly could be a mistake, but it is an actually intentional move for the fact that people can't get away from it. Another lung blower. Wow! Hazuki wins! Hazuki and Mercedes in the semis. What a match! Japanese women's wrestling movement, you are going to love this. 17th, that's what I thought. 17 and 24. I find it funny that Athena's not wrestling at home. Maybe they will. I would assume they're going to do... Now, does Persephone beat the piss out of her? I would. Come on. Come on, Persephone. Show some character. Beat the crap out of her. Come on now. No, this will be a fun match. And it's going to be a very different match that you're going to see Mercedes wrestle than you saw earlier this week. Because Alex Windsor, of course, is a very different style than what Hazuki is, right? Wait a second. Ooh. Why would you go after the person you're not facing? Well, I guess she's getting her pound of flesh right now. And now Azuki is... Because there's no... I'm trying to, be somewhat important. But yeah, I agree with you. Oh, so they're not... I would think get Athena out there just to finish that story off. Oh my God, Nigel, you actually had a line. Wouldn't it be funny if it were Hazuki and Sari for the... That would be fun. Not just... That would be not only funny, that'd be fun. And Hazuki just gave herself... There we go. It'd be a hell of a match. We just garnered ourselves a little bit of tension going into the match on the 17th now. Yeah, Summer Blockbuster is going to be a blast next week. As we're getting the rundown of the final matches. Tonight's been a fun night. The crowd died a little bit in the middle. I think that's like with Juice and Clark Connors, which I really don't blame them in many senses. I love that there's some steam here in the women's Owen. Like it almost, you know how we talked about before it began that it just didn't feel like there was any real push, any real vibe behind it, any real reason to keep going. Like not reason to keep going, but investment. I think is the best thing. And the biggest thing to say is investment. I think we expect a little bit more investment out of what they were doing with the Owen, and now if you look at it, Sky Blue and Suri have some pretty good stakes to it. Hazuki and Mercedes just made themselves a little bit more intense at this point. And then women's is more interesting because of more diverse and promotional. That too. And the other big thing about that DLW, well, now that people are healthy, it's very interesting too. You have 8 people that are healthy and ready to go. But the fact that all these promotions are willing to work together and they're also willing to tell a story together. And it's not exactly a complicated story that they're building here with some of these wrestlers. Like Hazuki and Mercedes, one little fight here is just gonna, you play that clip over and over again, you're gonna get people interested in that. And then on the other side, like I said, Suri and Sky Blue, that goes back to All In Texas. And the winner of that gets Athena, who Athena wants redemption for losing. Also be a very different term when Willow was healthy. Would it? It'd be Willow and Hazuki then, right? So I also think there might have been another injury somewhere else in the bracket. I think they might have played a card saying Persephone couldn't make it or it couldn't get cleared. And that's where you put the Mercedes spot in right here. So that would be a first round match. But you know what? It's all hearsay. Also, Monet is the obvious pick, but it could easily not be that. While the men's is way too predictable. Yeah, like the men's is like, you know exactly where you're going here. Ospreay to the main event. Unless there is a pay-per-view called Redemption coming up in a month after Forbidden Door. Could it be Ospreay's redemption to get into Wembley there? Just saying, that might be a possibility to do that. But we really don't know what's going. Sometimes the obvious stuff is the good stuff. If it ends up being Swerve and Ospreay at Forbidden Door, I am not going to argue about that match. I'm definitely going to enjoy seeing it. But all right, with that being said, I think we're going to wrap up this half of the show, the sidecast. We're actually done at a decent time, so maybe we could actually get started at a decent time tonight for BPW. Maybe get everybody out and safe, possibly by 11 Eastern. We'll see how that goes. We know it's going to be Swerve Ospreay, which will be great. The only question is if Ospreay takes it. Swerve would be a fantastic winner. Like Swerve and MJF would be a fun match for the title. And then you put Kenny and Ospreay in another match. That very well could happen. Because they both talk about how they failed. They're both on the decline because of injuries and such, and they want to prove that they still got it. Very well could be the point there for that. But with that being said, Twitch fam, hang on for a sec here. YouTube, hop over to twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. We're going to be going on with BPW here in just a moment. If you're heading out, the next time we are going to be live over on YouTube is Wednesday with AEW Dynamite Summer Blockbuster. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Tell all your friends. Hell, tell all your enemies. And we'll see you all Wednesday on the Backbreaker Video YouTube channel.